Hey, welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to do what I like to call 7 breaths. We're going to hold each stretch position for 7 breaths. Now, one of the things I want to say is it's not exactly a hold as much as I want you to empower the stretch with each of the breaths. So rather than finding the position and just breathing, what you do is you use the breath to keep pulling yourself up and out of the place where the stretch is originating. So as we do the 7 breaths, I want you to use them as power. We're going to actually start by lying down. This is kind of a rolling out of bed, been up too late last night, body kind of squeaky workout. So we're going to come down onto our backs as if we just got out of bed. So you know that when you're in bed, you don't have your belly button to your spine, you don't have your hip and your rib cage separated. So we're going to start by getting ourselves open so then we can go into those positions. So we're in bed. Let's take 7 breaths to begin. So have your feet in front of your knees, your shoulder blades down, look straight up to the ceiling, hands at your side. You're going to breathe 7 times, and I want you to sink that belly in each time. All right, push one leg out to a flex. Bring one leg in and put your hand below the knee or beneath the knee. So you want to bring it in nice and strong. All right, we're going to drive it in as far as we can, past the hip line, and start the breathing. Now you're trying to simultaneously gain more stretch. And it actually doesn't feel like anything's going to happen for the first 3 breaths. But by the time you get to the 4th, you're probably going to feel some motion happening here. Now take the opposite hand and bring it across the body. Your hip will go to the ceiling, but your shoulder will stay down. I'd like you to actually look in the opposite direction of your knee. Once you find that position, we'll start the breathing again. On this one, you might find your movement happening somewhere around the 2nd or 3rd breath. Try to keep that long leg still facing the ceiling. Don't let it roll with the hip. 2 more. Bring it back to center. And now we're going to work in the other direction. You have that opposite leg still flexed. When you reach your position, push on the inner thigh. Again, don't let the glute leave the floor. Now this one's going to be a little more stubborn because there's a opposite movement here. We got flexion on this side. We're extending through the groin. Most people can't get the leg all the way down. 3 more breaths. Leave it there and slide the other leg back to the position where the knee is facing the ceiling. Let's push down for 7 more breaths. Okay, you created more power. You can feel that, right? When you release the hip into this bend position, the leg starts to move even more. So you're getting more of that open groin. 3 more breaths. Just landed. I think it was going to. All right, bring that leg back to center and then push it out to flex. Bring the other leg back in and let's start on that side. Right. Bring it in, find your position and start your breath. Again, might start moving on the first, might not start moving until. Two more. Put your opposite hand across and take it over. Again, Keep that shoulder down. Now you're going to have different levels of extension on each side. So you might not get as far with this knee, or you might get farther. You're on your third breath. You should feel some rotation from the serratus, which is right under the armpit, through the obliques and the hips. All right, keep that hand down so that your shoulder doesn't get strained at all. The shoulder needs to stay relaxed to the floor. And then bring it up and then open to the side, pushing on your inner thigh. Again, you're keeping that opposite leg in a small flex, not a hard flex. You're not pushing your hamstrings against the floor. 3 more. And slide that leg in and keep it going. Try not to let. Now, what happens when the leg comes in? You start to lift that glute off the floor. Make sure you still have that anchor. 3 more. And now I'm doing fairly medium-sized breaths, not really long ones. So you can choose. Just don't make them super short. All right, let's bring that back to center. I want you to bring your legs to tabletop, put your hands underneath both legs, and we're going to do that curl in with both legs. All right, 5 or 7, sorry. Drop your shoulder blades. That's really essential. Nod your chin down. Try not to slip onto the top of your head. Great job. You're going to curl up, lower your legs to the floor, bringing yourself up. Great. And we're going to center our bodies by putting ourselves into that little diamond position, butterfly right here, seated butterfly. Now, what's important is that you're on your sit bones. So walk your thighs back a little bit. You can actually put your hands underneath and just walk them back. Get your head over your tailbone, and we can drop our shoulder blades here, especially since we're bringing our arms out. Lift up and rotate to the first side. All right, once you land, we start the 7 breaths. Lift up every time. It's not only a turn, it's also a lift. Keep lifting. Last one. And then take the hands above you and descend over that knee as far as you can without lifting the glute on the other side. For some of you, this may go. You might be able to get your elbows down. For some of us, we may barely be able to get our hands down. All right, once you're there, take that deep breath. You want to feel your arms soften as you breathe. That means you're bringing your chest lower to that thigh. 2 more. Now push forward and bring it back to the T. We're going to go over to the other side. All right, remember to lift. This is a lift as well as a turn. Three more. Make sure your shoulder blades are down. Those hands together overhead. And let's take it across the knee. Again, we're going to get different reaches on each side. Let's try to take it down. Breath number 3 and 4, 5, 6. My chest is starting to get down there. And 7. Push through and bring yourself back up. And let's take it out into our straddle. Again, we're going to pull those legs in to get ourselves on the sit bones. Get your head over your tailbone. Good. Now we're going to take our arms in front of our ears. Lift up. Now I want you to stay here for the 7 breaths. And as you breathe, you're going to reach toward the corner of the room, keeping your glutes on the floor. Let's begin. Thumbs are going back, fingers are going up. Now we're going to take one arm down to the floor and do it again. And now take that arm behind you and we take it into a bend. When you reach the bend, I want you to do the breathing toward the corner of the room, not closing that rib cage. 3, keep the lines out. Now inhale and exhale and bring it back up. And then the other arm down. Breathe it for 7. Lift up out of your glutes. And then take it behind and we go into that cross stretch. 7 breaths. You are pushing to the corner, so you're reaching each time. 4 more. And then bring it up. Arms are still in front of the ears. And we're reaching across to the wall across from us. We're not coming down. Once you get into that position, 7 breaths and keep reaching. There, lower your arms, curl it up. We're going to take one leg behind us. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, you can hold that leg and bring it in a little bit. So one leg behind us right here. We're going to come over to the bent side leg and do a curl down. So instead of reaching to the wall, we're going to bring the rib cage and the hips closer together. And you'll feel that right there in that hip. Now that might hurt your hip. The other way to do it that won't hurt your hip is to put the foot flat on the floor. That won't hurt your hip. Okay. So you pick your position, whatever works for your body, just get that stretching. And if you can, grab onto that shin. All right, 7 breaths, sorry. Now you're going to take that arm over to that leg and curl down again. Keeping your face to the side, opening that elbow side. Remember, this arm is soft. The arm on the leg is soft. 2 more. And then bring yourself up. You're going to put this leg on the floor and lift over your ear for 7. Push back and bring it down. And let's go back to our straddle. Get your head over your tailbone. I want you to go side, center, side, center, side, and center. All right, put that other knee behind. Now, I may not be able to put this knee behind, so we'll see what happens. We're going to come over that. Oops, yep, I got to do it this way. We're going to come over that side to begin. Or more. And then reach over to that leg and same thing. Bringing that rib cage closer to those hips. Look straight ahead. And then inhale it back to the center and we'll take it up and behind us. And then bring it back down. We're going to open one more time. Get yourself on your sit bones, your shoulder blades down. We're going to curl up under our rib cage and bring ourselves down. So inhale up under and exhale, walk it out. 7 breaths. You can do a little more reaching with your body. Walk it back in. Breathe as you come. So everything gets some power. Let's go down to our stomachs. I'm going to take yourself all the way down. Your legs, I'm going to do a little turn here. Your legs are behind you, soft, flat to the floor. Put your hands under your shoulders. You're going to grip this with your hips. Your elbows are at your side and your face is down. Now, a lot of people bring their necks up and crush them first. Don't do that. Let's do this all from the vertebrae. So inhale and exhale, bring it up, and we got 7. Long arms. Now inhale and exhale and bring it down. And we're going to do this with the arm further out. Now, if you have shoulder issues, don't do it this version. Do the same version again. So the arms are going to be longer. So your elbows are at the side of your shoulders instead of at the side of your shoulders. Good. Inhale, exhale, bring it up, and 7 breaths. Don't hold your breath. The whole point here is to get longer and longer with this breathing. Inhale and exhale and bring it down. Good. You're going to take one hand behind your back and just hold it there. That's going to be our 7 breath. You can have your face to that side. The rest of your body is pointed through the toes. And then again, if this hurts your shoulder, put it on your hip right here, right? That shouldn't hurt so much. 3 more. Pull that belly in. Don't push into the floor. Bring it back beside you, other side. We got to get all those parts face the other way. All those parts that we use in our daily lives stretched out. Now that you've warmed those up, I want you to collapse those hands together if you can. Ready to lift everything. So 1, 2, 3, big inhale, exhale, lift, and it's your 7 breath. Now, if you can't do the arms, just put them on your glutes. Hello there. Can you do this? Point those feet and then lower down slowly. I want to do that one more time. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. Remember to keep holding that belly button to the spine and your 7 breaths. And looking down, don't push on the back of your neck. And then inhale and exhale, lower down. Hands under the shoulders, feet flexed into the floor, push back, toes together, knees apart, into our child pose. Now on this one, I want you to emphasize back and don't worry about the arms, soft arms. So sit back into it. 7 breaths. And what are we doing? We keep pushing back. My toe is starting to cramp. Keep pushing back into it. Two more breaths. Now bring yourself up, walk the arms farther away, and then stretch back. You should feel a big stretch under your armpit. Look down and breathe into it. Now, keeping those arms where they are, I want you to move yourself into a tabletop, drop your chest, and then bring your face down and 7 breaths. And then push it back up. Bring it to tabletop. Parallel those feet. Good job. Take a nice deep breath here and exhale. Now we're going to hold both the cat and the cow for 7 breaths. So it's not going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, and then your 7 breaths. So what you're doing is you're stretching the top of that lumbar into an arch, true, but we're going to counter stretch that, which is what these exercises often do. So keep breathing. Drop your shoulder blades. Keep yourself in your position. Last breath. Come back. Inhale, exhale to neutral. And then up to the cat arch. Drop your chin, your chest, and 7 breaths. Really feel it. Open, open, open. Back to neutral. Put the hand inside the arm. Let's leave it there. Good. And now lift your body. There you go. We're going to step that foot 1 step further. And keeping your head over your tailbone, sweep the arms up in front of your ears. You know, I don't like them straight over your head because I feel like that gives you shoulder things. So I like them in front of the ears a little bit. So the rotator muscle gets to be employed and not frozen. All right, you're doing your 7 breaths, aren't you? Now put your hands on your hips and then turn away from that leg to the back leg and then open your arms up. Looking straight ahead. Your big breaths right here. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now from here, touch that back leg and reach over your ear. Give me 7. And then come to the center, and we're going to bring your hand down to the front leg and your arm as much over your ear as possible. Never rotate them. 4 more. 2, and last one, and bring it up. Face the center. You're getting on those knees. Good job. Putting the other leg out. Same thing. You're going to step it forward and then bring your arms up. Give me 7. Reach, reach, reach. And then open to the back. The back. Whatever leg is behind, right, is the back. So that stretch, right? Back to the leg, lift overhead. Breathing. 4 more. And then over to the front. And again, we're gonna have a little trouble with orientation here. That arm 4, circular. And then back to the center, put both hands down and come back to tabletop. Great job. Right here. I might have, okay. So you're gonna take a nice deep breath here. And I want you to have your feet flexed into the floor. This is a calf and heel stretch, and you come back on it right here. Now, for a lot of people, that hurts your knees, and that feels funny on your legs. So what you can do is stay here and push into the floor and lift yourself up, whatever way you can get that foot flexed, right? So let's bring ourselves up. Lift up with the arms in front. Push into those toes. Nice. Good. Bring the arms down to the side, take one leg forward, and bring yourself up. Okay, you're right here. You're going into wide legs, shoulder width apart, long and straight, not soft. We're usually soft, but we're going to stay straight for now. So what I'd like you to do is take your shoulders, you're going to think this is crazy, into a shrug and hold that for the 7 breaths. So what's the goal here? It's to extend downward through the front and back. So when you have those shoulders reached up, you've elongated other parts of your body. Two more. And then push it as far down as you can. 7 breaths. I'll turn one leg out. Separate the legs even more farther apart. Put your arms out to the side and go into that warrior 2. 7 breaths. Now it's going to be stabilizing here. You're not trying to push farther into your knee. You're actually trying to go down. The thing about warrior 2 is it's an opening position, right? So you open when you in through the middle, not the knee or the leg. All right, you should have about 2 more breaths. And then we come back into half move. Let's do it. Look at the crook of your elbow. 7 breaths. Don't let the elbow roll forward. And then, of course, down. And if you can't reach down and you don't have a block, just put your hand on your shin. You're staying in the lunge here. There's also an exercise like this where the legs are straight, but we're staying in the lunge. 3 more. And then bring yourself up. We're going to dive through the center. Reach as far back as you can. And then walk your hand out to wide leg tabletop. And I want you to bring it in and do something else before we go to the other side. So hip width apart, soften your knees, bring it up. We're going to put our hands in front of us and sit into our chair. Your chair is like a demi squat. It can also be a full squat, but most people do it as a demi squat. So you just take your body back. You create a chair with your body, right? And hold it. 7 breaths. Drop the shoulder blades, eyes ahead on the floor. Reach the arms up and follow those arms up and bring it back down. We go wide again. Okay. And we turn the other leg. Here's our warrior two. Here's our 7 breaths. Make sure you widen this as much as you can, but you're staying parallel. Every tailbone. It's easy to shift forward, right? Feel those heels and feel those toes. It's getting lower, it can get lower. All right, let's bring it over to one side. We're going to look up into our elbow, up into it. So you're getting some nice cervical curve work. You have about 3 more breaths. And then come on down and look up at that hand. And make sure you're all aligned. Arm is not forward. It's not too far back. We should be hard on your shoulders. Good. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back to center. And then we're going to take it out to that wide leg tabletop as far as we can. And hold it right there. It's the side because you'll need to hold on there. Keep your feet down. Oops, I look like I'm in a downward facing dog, which is what's next. All right, bring those legs together in the back. And we're pushing into our downward facing dog. Right? One heel forward for 7. Keep the arms long, the eyes neutral. Good. Everything in your face is soft, right? Then switch. Put both heels together and then drop both knees halfway to the floor. Another way to get that ankle, calf, and foot stretch. Keep those arms strong. Give us 7 breaths. 4 more. And then bring your heels to the floor. Now we're going to take those stretches, the back leg stretch, into slow-mo. So first you're going to take the leg straight back and hold it there for those 7 breaths. Then you're going to bend the knee and hold it there. Sorry, take it out to the side and hold it there. Keep the arm strong. Now extend the leg up. Hold it for 7. Long arms. And then curl it all the way back and open. There you go. Hold that for 7. 4. Keep the arms long. 6. 7. Bring it back and lower it down. Okay. If you want to walk in, pull yourself up and shake it out. So that's, what did we have? 28 breaths there. And we're going to take it back down. All right, same thing on the other side. You're going to take it back and hold it. Knee bent and out to the side. Keep your arms long. Straight down. And then extend the leg up. and then curl it back. Keep those arms long. Look back, but not curling your head in any way. And then bring it up and down and walk it in. Curl yourself up. Okay, great. All right, now we're standing parallel. Head over tailbone. I just want us to take a moment. This isn't part of the hold, but let's roll those shoulders back right. So soften the knees. 1, breathe through it. 2, 3, 4. Your head's over your tailbone. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, what I'd like you to do for this next stretch is put your toe into the floor and your knee to the side and your arm in front. 7. And then take it to tree. Right? So we try to have it above the knee or below the knee, but not on the knee. Nice and open. Just lift the lip. That's the only thing that's going to balance you. Not talking. And then slide it back down and lift your body up. Let's go to the other side. Toe into the floor and hold that first. 7 breaths. Lift. This gives you a preview of coming attraction. And then take it up. Good. And then slide it back down and lift yourself up. So I want to do, I know it's hard for me, but we're going to try it with everybody. It's a little bit of a back arch. I don't have much going on there, but I always think it's worth the stretch that you get in the chest. So we'll have a counter stretch for it, so don't worry about that. So soft knees. You're going to inhale and exhale and take it. So I'll show you from the side that I've got no arch, right? You're stretching through the front of the body. Reaching back. Now your shoulders aren't reaching back. Your body's reaching back. So don't let those shoulders slide past where your ears are, right? Where your whole body is. They should be along the lat lines. Now I always like them slightly in front of the ears for safety. I want 2 7s here. 1 more 7. Now to counteract that, we're going to fold downwards. So you're going to bring your chest down to your thighs, grab behind your calf. 2 7s here. Inhale and exhale. One more set. And cascade, you should feel it pull away from your glutes as you do this. And then bend your knees and bring yourself up. Nice. So do the rest of this standing because we've really taken ourselves through these static stretches with dynamic breathing. So one leg up. With both hands or one hand underneath, whatever helps you balance. Good. It helps me balance. Breathing. Drop your shoulder blades, lift your head. Now extend. Bend it back and bring it down. I did a really great Barlottes class on Tuesday, but you wouldn't know it because I forgot to hit record. All right, bring the other knee up. I like to start with both hands to make it secure. And then I take one arm away and then I fall back with my knee. and bring it together and bring it down. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it back. So it's going to be like a warrior three, but you can put your hands to the side or out in front of you. So first, let's take the legs back, get ourselves lifted toward the ceiling, take your arms out, and then reach down with your chest and up with your legs. 7 breaths. Hold that toe. Good. Knee is straight down. Okay, let's take it down. Reach our arms up. Good, and bring them down so that we are lifted. And let's take it to the other side. If you need to bend the standing leg to the comfort of your hip or your back, feel free to do that. Okay, first take the leg back on the seam line. Arms up. And let's move the chest toward the floor and the leg toward the feet. Breathe in. Good. And then bring yourself up and lower it down. Now we're going to soften our knees and we're going to take our shoulders forward. That's putting our shoulder blades. Good. Breathe out 7. And then bring yourself to neutral and then take them back. So we're doing small things on our way out. And then straighten yourself up. I'd like you to stagger your legs and then put your hands together. Take one wrist of the back leg, that wrist, and just gently, you're not going to take the arm forward, you're going to take it to a diagonal. We're not pulling the rotator cuff apart. You actually should feel this all the way up your body. Get your head over your tailbone. Bring it back to center, lower it down, switch sides. Bring the arm up, take the wrist. Good. Love that rotation. Come on, reach it, reach it, reach it. And bring it back to center. Put the feet side by side. Put the hands together, interweave the fingers. You're going to push out, soften the knees, and open the back. Breathe in. Retreat. You're separating those shoulder blades. Now, I want you to take let's take one down and one up so the elbow goes to the corner of the room. But if it's too much on your shoulder, just stay with the neutral. Bring it back to center. If I'm moving too fast, you just slow down. And 7 breaths. Putting your back so you can feel like everything is pulling forward. That's the whole point. On the back to center, point those fingers toward the screen. One up and the other one. Good. It's just some mobility back and forth. We have been stretching and holding and stretching and holding. Now soften them. Soften them. Soften them. Now add the legs. Yeah, let's get all uppity. Be a marionette. Good job. 4 more. Just end this with movement, right? Kick out. Kick. Kick. Kick in a knee throw. Not just straight kick like this. I want you to bend kick. Bend kick. There we go. Bend kick. Bend kick. Good. Good. Now kick it out to the side. Same thing. Bend kick. Bend kick. Nice. Good. Last 2. And then we're going to do that to the back. Bend kick. Bend kick. Bend kick. Bend kick. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the center. Soften your knees. Always a good way to end everything. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to the center. Let's breathe it up. I hope I got come down. You to concentrate on every part of your body. And last time, thank you everybody for coming to stretch the 7 breath separation.